So as we move our way through this season of Lent, we are here in the kitchen with Father Brian McGrath, the pastor of St. Mary's in Lee, and he has some thoughts on Lent and also a great recipe for Fridays especially.
Yeah, it's great to have you back.
Thank you. So Lent, what does it mean for the average person this time of year?
Yeah, we take a season, a 40-day season in preparing for Easter. And so taking on special spiritual practices that'll remind us of the great celebrations that are coming as we celebrate Christ's death, resurrection. And so we take upon ourselves, one of the things is abstinence, and Fish Fridays is one of the most famous things, or Vegetarian Fridays, abstaining from meat on Fridays. So I thought we'd do fish tacos as a fun way to have our Lenten season with Fridays in Lent.
Sounds good. So what are the ingredients?
So obviously you need fish. Pick a white fish. This is halibut. You could take cod or sole or just a nice white fish. Put stuff on it like tomatoes and lettuce. Of course the shells to put the tacos together. We'll need to cook the fish, so some oil, some seasoning, and then there's a sauce you put on top of it, which will be mayonnaise and sour cream, cilantro, and again some seasoning. There's also some salsa and some cheeses and some Tabasco.
If you like it spicy.
Right, yeah. So I think what we do is maybe clear off a little bit of room and we can start with our fish.
Okay.
So there's all sorts of ways to do this. I've had fried fish, like deep fried, and we're going to do sautéed fish. So what we want to do is cut them into edible sizes. And it's about a pound, and this is the halibut.
Is there skin on that, on the bottom? Or?
There is.
Okay, but you leave that on?
We're going to actually cut that off eventually. So I'm just doing about 1-inch cubes. So we're going to take about a pound of halibut, put it into a bowl. We're going to take a little bit of olive or vegetable oil. I like olive oil. Most people do real measurements. I tend to do just abouts. So about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. It just pops off.
Oh.
There we go. All right, so 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to take a little bit of cilantro. I like to do fresh cilantro in with it. And then a little bit of seasoning. Maybe about 2 tablespoons of that.
Okay. Mix it all together.
I'm just going to saute that. So take our stove.
And this is on what temperature?
This is like a medium high, a medium. And we don't want to sear the fish, but we want to let it cook all the way through.
Okay. And it's just oil.
Right. So it's fish and the sauce and little spices, a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm going to cover that so it can cook a little bit down. But so the 3 pillars of Lent would be prayer, fasting, and works of charity. So throughout these 40 days, we take upon ourselves some special prayers. Maybe we'll say the rosary every day, or we'll do an hour of adoration, or we'll take upon ourselves a list of people we're praying for. And then fasting, we have those special days, Ash Wednesday and Fridays throughout Lent. But it's not a bad thing to take upon a thing you can give up. I think we're all full of too many things in our lives, and to maybe take some time to I've seen families fast from TV.
Yeah.
And then works of charity is the 3rd pillar, and that would be both almsgiving. So a lot of people take upon like CRS, the Catholic Relief Services Rice Bowl, or you could take upon yourself other works of charity that, I even think like writing letters to relatives or taking upon maybe visiting to the nursing home, works of service that we can make our world a better place. And we take this as a sort of concentrated time of what we should be doing all the time. We should always be praying. We should always be sacrificing. We should always be doing these works of charity. But Lent gives us a focus for these 40 days as we look forward to, Easter's just around the corner. Let's check our fish. You can see how it's starting to cook up and it's starting to even get a little flaky.
Smells delicious.
Oh, this is one of my favorite ways to have fish. So the dressing is going to be some mayonnaise. and some sour cream. Half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of mayonnaise. So we'll take the rest of our seasoning and we're going to take a little bit more of that cilantro.
Okay.
And then a little bit of lemon. So this is like instead of just taco sauce, it's like a creamy mayonnaise sour cream sauce we're going to put with the fish. Take our fish. See how it's kind of flaky. It's cooked all the way through, the white and the inside. So, now do you like soft or hard?
I like the soft taco shells.
These are soft taco
Because
shells.
they don't fall apart.
I know, I'm going to make a big mess here. But when we build our tacos, it's a little bit of the fish, tomatoes.
I don't think I knew what a taco was until I went to college. We grew up in a Polish house. We just had, here's some cheese too.
Yeah. And then my pièce de résistance is a little bit of Tabasco, a little bit of hot sauce.
Okay, so we have green pepper.
I'm doing a shout out to my Chelsea, my Boston roots. Wicked hot sauce.
Wicked hot.
You want to try?
No. Okay, well that was fun.
Right. Well.
Can Lent be fun?
Oh, I think that's a good thing to remember. Lent's supposed to produce the fruit of joy. So maybe sometimes it's not fun, but it should always make you joyful. So.
Well, I'm joyful to eat this.
Happy Lent.
Same to you.
Cheers.
Delicious. This was such an easy recipe and perfect for Fridays during Lent. Thanks to Father Brian for welcoming us into his kitchen. And if you would like a copy of Father Brian's recipe for fish tacos, head over to iobserve.org.